Hi, guys, and welcome back to school. I hope you had a wonderful and restful break. As you're watching this YouTube video, please fill in the paper worksheet as you watch. The YouTube has been uploaded onto Edpuzzle, so you cannot skip as you go. I know that some of the things that I'm going through will be review, but some of the things are new, so I just wanted to make sure that you don't skip over anything that might be new. So please fill in your paper worksheet as you watch this video. Here are some of the things that I'm going to review. We're going to go over general basics, grades, science classroom, review stuff, science classroom, frequently asked questions, a reflection, and then there's some little extra things that will make sure that we're having a successful rest of seventh grade. So the basics. Sometimes after a long break, it's good to start reviewing the expectations so that we can all be successful. So, in general, in classrooms, you should sound like, enter the room quietly and calmly, and this sets the stage for the rest of that class and make sure that everybody can focus. Remember to be quiet when the teacher is talking, and this is not only for you, but for the other people that are around you. Raise your hand when you have a question. Teachers can't listen to more than one person at one time, so this makes sure that we can all focus on you. Use positive language with teachers and other kids. So if you don't have anything nice to say to your peers or something nice to say about the assignment or activity that we are doing, just kind of keep it to yourself. And if we're saying good things about one another, teachers and the class, it kind of really builds that positive vibe in the classroom, which is what we want. What it should look like. So, in the classroom, you should sit in your assigned seat and be on task. So, whether we have a sub or not, you should still be in your assigned seat. You should focus on your work and not other people in the room. Your hoods should be down and your materials should be in your space. So you shouldn't have materials all around the room, just kind of have your stuff in your space. And what you should feel like in the classroom. You should feel safe, emotionally and physically safe. If you ever are feeling like there's something going on that you are not feeling either of these ways, please let me know so we can work through it. Comfortable in their learning space. And you should be calm but focused. So not so calm that you're sleepy, but calm but focused in the classroom. And you should be keeping your hands and your bodies to yourself. And again, that's so everybody can feel safe in the room. If you follow these things, your class could earn a class roars. I know that a few classrooms are really close to that roars free time. So make sure that you're working on these things so that your class can earn a class roars. School basics. Ask your teacher if you need to use the restroom or get a drink or any other reason during hallway time that you might be late. That this is the best way to avoid getting a late mark to coming to class. So if you need to use the restroom, don't come to my class 5 minutes late and say that I was at the restroom. Just ask me before class, and I can let you in. This is because I need to know where you are at for safety of the school. And there might be some reasons why I might want you to wait, things like that. I give a bathroom break every day during science class. Please try to use it at this time. Your other teachers will know that I gave you a break, and so if you hold it for the next class, that teacher may not let you go because you already had a chance to go during my class. Be at school during homeroom time. Your teachers go over announcements and you get to play games. And so, this is really the best way to know what's going on in school. Students that miss that time sometimes miss out on some really important things that go on in school. And as always, please remember cell phones should be away in your lockers. Cell phones are only allowed during breakfast and after school. There's some Chromebook changes in the room. So you'll see this handy dandy little table on top of the Chromebook cart. The Chromebooks are now assigned to a specific student and need to stay on the desk that you are assigned. So if you come late or maybe the student wasn't there from the class before you, you can look at the chart on top of the Chromebook cart and know what Chromebook number you should get. You need to stop tapping on the keys hard if the Chromebook is slow or things like that, because that really does not make the Chromebook work faster, and you are just making the keys loose, which can make them fall out, and then we have to replace them. So I really want to make it a goal to have no loose or lost keys this month. If we have no loose or lost keys this month, every single class can have 20 minutes of free time at the end of the month. So we're really making it our goal to have no lost keys on any of the Chromebooks this month. So with that, each student will get 3 warnings per week for Chromebook care. If you exceed that, then you are going to be doing paper packets for work. Whether we are doing labs or anything fun, you are going to be doing that because I really want to make sure that we are taking care of the school property. So remember, Chromebook should be carried with 2 hands. You should only use your assigned Chromebook. You should report any issues at the start of class, because then I will know that it was the student before you that there was issues with the Chromebook. And only use for class work and on task for school appropriate things. So 3 warnings per week. I'll keep track of those on my side team chart, and then you'll be doing paper packets. But again, if there's no missing keys, every class gets 20 minutes of free time. All right. There's also some changes with the desks. So here's a little picture, but you guys are in the room, so you probably know what it looks like. So they are now in groups and they're all fresh and clean, and you have the new pen pals and everything looks nice. So I did this because this grade has done such a great job so far this year that we have moved into groups way sooner than any other class. Nice job. And as always, the side team points are going to start again. So now you are right next to one another. And so you can kind of help keep each other on task and try to get the most side team points for your group. We really want to try to keep these desk areas nice. So remember, I have those disinfectant rigs, and so you can always go and grab one if things are messy. Try not to pry anything off. I know sometimes it's tempting in class if you need something to fidget with. Just come ask me. I have lots of things like that, and you don't need to pry anything off the desks. The desks, the Chromebooks, and your side team area, including the floor, or if we're going to use the lab space, any of the lab space stuff is going to be checked at the end of class. If everything is looking nice and neat and clean, you will get 5 extra side team points. If there's if I need to remind you of one thing, that's going to go down to 4. If I need to remind you of 2 things, it's going to go down to 3, and so on and so forth. But if things look perfect and everybody did a nice job cleaning up, you get 5 side team points every day. So that can really add up. All right, part 2, grades and goals. So this is the month of January. You can see on the 20th, the end of the quarter is that. So we have, let's see here, 13 days until the end of quarter 2, and then we're halfway done with 7th grade. We are going to have an honor roll reward party after quarter 2 is done. We are going to do a similar one to how we did for quarter 1, but we are going to get some brand new prizes, some brand new mini prizes and things like that. So if you want to make that your goal, I think every single one of you could be on the A or B honor roll. So how to get on the A or B honor roll? Come to school. This is a really big deal. So whether you're gone or not, you're still expected to do the work. So if you come to school, you get that work time in class, and so that is a great way to make sure that you're getting your stuff done, and make sure that you're doing the work during work time in class. If you are absent, you need to make up that work. If you do poorly on a assignment like an ed puzzle, especially for my class, you can always ask to redo that. My main goal is that you learn the stuff. So if you want to redo something, you absolutely can. And check your grades often. You don't need to check them every single day, but possibly check them twice a week, and email your teachers if you have any questions. I know sometimes kids say, like, I'm going to ask them when I get to class. Well, you might forget to ask them by then, or if you ask, the teacher might not be at his or her desk and might not be able to answer that at that time. So check your grades and email your teachers if you have any questions. All right, and then again, there's after school tutoring time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. All right, Google Classroom tips. The quickest and simplest way to view your class work and grades is on the View Your Work button. And you guys see this as a little clipboard person on your Google Classroom home screen. So you can find that there, or in the classwork tab. It is up at the top of your classroom science page, and you'll click something that looks like this. It's still that same clipboard guy, and it says View Your Work. Then you'll see something that looks like this. And I want you to kind of look at this page and not look at just the missing or just the turned in. Look at this full page, and I'll show you why. The missing work is going to show up as red. So as you scroll down, anything missing will turn up as red. This student's page has nothing missing. Awesome. Sometimes you'll see things that say turned in. So that means that you've turned them in, but I don't have a grade, but I have not had a chance to grade that yet. If you see a little paperclip thing, it says that I left you a note. So anytime you see that, please click on that, and then you can read that note from me. And then this is why I want you to look at this main screen. Depending on what your grade is, you might want to bring that grade up, but you might have everything in. If you look at this main classwork page, you can kind of scroll through your numbers and find the 2 two or three lowest scores of your stuff, and you can ask to redo these. So I kind of took note on the two things that this student might want to redo, and that might help them out. All of your grades get recorded in JMC. So with your JMC, do you know how to log in? I sent every single one of you an email at the beginning of the year with your JMC username and login. So you can go to your Gmail and search JMC and look for the email from me, and that should pop up. Okay. When you get into JMC, check progress reports. You're going to have to scroll down to where you find the blue QTR2, where that stands for quarter two, next to the grade. And if you click on the blue QTR2 for each class, you can see your grade printout. There's also a print button you see. If you have permission from your teacher, you can print out your grade sheets, so that you know what to work on, or if you possibly need them for sports, to the printer that's at the end of the 7th grade hall. But you just need to have permission from your teacher. Again, check your grades twice a week, not every day. Most teachers don't have time to to update grades every single day. All right. Science classroom review. So remember, in class, the best way to earn class roars is to start off right. So when you enter the room, enter quietly and on time, start the do now right away, and sit in your assigned spots. Bathroom breaks can usually happen after the do now. During class, directions are often written on the Clever board. Ask questions by raising your hand or type to me on the Go Guardian chat. And then at the end of class, make sure everything's cleaned up. Remember, I'm going to check each side team for those extra 5 points, and then wait at your desk to be dismissed. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into do nows right now. We have do nows every single day. Sometimes they're multiple choice, sometimes they're short answer. And remember, with short answers, you need to have complete sentences. So here are some examples of what some do nows I've got, and why they were graded the way that they were. If you have trouble writing incomplete sentences, please use TAG. And remember, TAG stands for turn the question around. A is answer the question. And G is give an example or check your grammar. So, a question I have almost every Monday is, how was your weekend? What did you do? And here are some answers that I sometimes get. Good, slept. It was okay. Could have been better. My weekend was good. I was able to catch up on some sleep. So with the good slept, there is no capital letter at the start and no period at the end. It's not a complete sentence because it's not a complete thought or idea, and it's not really explained well. And again, we can always use tag and check to see if it's a complete sentence as well. And you went over tag in Mrs. Folker's class and Mrs. Moss's class. The second one, it was okay, could have been better. The grammar is off. So they did not do the G part. Coulda is not a word. And then it's not fully explained. So what is fully going on here. And again, if you don't want to tell me, that's fine, but just this one because of the grammar is off, that would have been a little point off. And the last one is really good. Oops, I can't go backwards. Where it is a full complete sentence with capitals and everything was turned around. Nice. Oops, I can't. Hold on. Okay, so there's capitals at the start, periods at the end, and everything was explained. Their weekend was good, and they were able to catch up on some sleep. Okay. All right. Do nows. If you're gone, you're still expected to go back and complete the day's question from when you were gone. You can use the internet to help you out with your answers, but you cannot copy and paste. Formative checks this for me and gives me a little alert. So just make sure that if you are using the internet to help you out, that you're not copying and pasting. And then I usually grade this week's do now during the week as we go. Final grades for the do now usually go in on the following week into JMC. All right. Whew. Science classroom frequently asked questions. So the first one, where can I get an extra copy, or where can I get some blank paper? I have this little bin over there. Each of your missing works is in full folders over here, and then you can see the other labels as well. If you ever need blank paper, or if you need to use a whiteboard or graph paper, you can just go over here and grab that. You don't need to ask me where things are at. They're just right there. Extra pencils are in the black bin on the counter as you walk in the door. Tissues are by the door. And I have lots of Band-Aids, cough drops, chapstick, lotions, pads, tampons, mints, anything like that. So please ask me, or you can go on to Guardian and ask as well. You don't need to go down to the nurse to get any of those things. I can get them for you. All right. I prefer to take bathroom breaks after the do nows are done. So please don't ask right away at the start of class, because we will take a bathroom break, but it'll probably be right after the do now is done. Extra headphones are available, but please take care of your own. Each one of you has one assigned to you, and those should last you the whole year. So don't swing them around or bang them on the desk or things like that, because that can throw off the electrical components that are inside of there, and we want to make sure that they last. I personally usually have grades updated on Wednesdays and before I leave on Fridays. So if you're looking to see when you should check your science grades, those are the 2 days. And remember, these 2 things are the 2 things that are kind of the no-nos in my book in my room. Number 1, talking while I am, and number 2, rude to me or your classmates. So just make sure you're following those 2 things and everything's going to go smoothly. All right, let's take a little break from all the review, and let's do a little reflection and getting to know you stuff on your sheet. The first question on your sheet that I want you to think about, and you can pause this video as you write and as you think about this question. What is one question you have about any topic I have covered so far, or something that you've always wondered about in 7th grade? So please pick one question that you have. You can pause, give you some time to write, and when you're done, press play and we'll go on to the next question. What is the best part of school? What is a challenging part of school? Again, pause, write out your question, and I'll be back with the next one. What is a goal you have for yourself for this month? Do you want to make the A or B honor roll? Do you want to attend every single basketball practice and game? What do you need to get there? Do you want to improve your relationships with teachers or any other kids in school? How will you do that? So fill in the goal part of your sheet now, and you can pause this while you do that. What are your favorites? So the first one, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite hobby? What's your favorite music? Or if you don't have that, who's your favorite musical artist or band? What are your favorites? You can pause this while you think and while you write. All right, and the last one, thinking about the new year, thinking about your future. What is a big world problem that you would like to change? You're filling out that part on your paper. And pausing this. All right, next one. Any other extra things here? Extra thoughts. Join an after-school club or sport if you can. There's many different types of sports teams. There's many different types of clubs. I've listed some of them here. Some of them are more in the fall, some of them are in the winter, and some of them are in the spring. Students who are involved in an after-school sport or club usually get better grades and usually attend school more. So join an after-school club or sport. Eligibility rules apply, so you need to be passing your classes. Also, I just wanted to end on just a really nice note. So your grade as a whole really does a wonderful job on your work, behaves really well, are very respectful and nice, and helps one another out a lot. And I really love to see that. So keep that up. And I'm so honored to be your teacher. Thanks and have a great day.